We often hear people say, time is money, but how often do we truly understand the power of time? How many times have we found ourselves thinking, I'll start tomorrow, only to realize that tomorrow never comes? This is a story about how one man learned the hard way that time waits for no one, and how his realization changed his entire life. A quiet evening passing through the small town by the riverside. Everyone was going about their daily life, unaware of a young man whose life was about to change forever. Meet Arjun, a 25-year-old young man who had just graduated from college. He had big dreams, was full of energy, and had many new plans in his mind. But Arjun had one problem: time management. Though he had good intentions, whenever it came to utilizing his time, he found himself caught up in unnecessary distraction. He would spend hours on social media, telling himself, I'll start tomorrow. One afternoon, as Arjun sat in his favorite cafe, aimlessly scrolling through his phone, an elderly man, Mr. Mehra, sat down at the table next to him. Mr. Mehra was a renowned leader and a successful person. He had built a prosperous business and was well known for his wisdom. Arjun, Mr. Mehra called him. How are your goals coming along? Arjun looked at him with surprise. Oh, Mr. Mehra, I'm planning a lot of things, but I struggle to get started. Something always distracts me. I keep telling myself I'll start tomorrow, but nothing ever happened. Mr. Mehra smiled gently. Arjun, time is like a river. You can never touch the same water again. Time keeps moving forward, whether you use it or waste it. Every second you spend doing nothing is a second you can never get back. It's like wasting a precious pearl. Arjun listened with curiosity, but he still didn't fully understand. But how can I change that? It feels like there's so much to do, but I don't know where to begin. Mr. Mehra leaned in and softly said, let me tell you a story that helped me understand the truth about time. It was many years ago when I was starting my own business. I was just like you, excited, full of dreams, but I made a mistake. I wasted a lot of time. I kept thinking I had time. I'm young, I can do it later. But one day, I realized time wasn't on my side. I had wasted. Arjun looked concerned as Mr. Mehra continued. You see, I kept waiting for the perfect moment, always thinking that tomorrow would be better, that tomorrow I would work harder. Then, I missed an opportunity that could have changed my life. It wasn't the failure that hurt me, it was the regret of wasting my time. Arjun's eyes widened as he listened closely. Mr. Mehra went on. From that day, I promised myself I would never waste time again. I set clear goals, broke them down into smaller tasks, and most importantly, I started working consistently, even if the results were small. Mr. Mehra's eyes gleamed with understanding as he shared his wisdom. Arjun, time is the most valuable thing we have. It doesn't wait for anyone. If you don't use it now, one day you'll regret it. So every day is precious, whether it's an hour, a minute, or a second. Use it wisely. Arjun sat there deeply contemplating. He then spoke up. Now I understand. Time is precious. I can't keep waiting for the right moment to start. I need to begin right away, even if the steps are small. Mr. Mehra smiled warmly. Exactly. The key to success is not waiting for the perfect moment, but using whatever time you have. Start now, never stop. The next day, Arjun woke up early, full of new determination. He wrote down his goals and got to work. Without distraction, though it wasn't easy at first, he stayed committed to his resolve. Over time, those small steps led to big results, and Arjun's life began to change. This story reminds us of the importance of time. Sometimes, we think we have plenty of time, but the truth is that time is always moving. Success is not about waiting for the perfect moment, but making the most of the time you have and seizing every opportunity. Time never comes back. Start today, even with small steps, and watch how those small steps lead to great success.